know if I just realized today or finally accepted it, that there are some American citizens born in this country that don't want to see America win. For years, you guys been complaining about our educational system, how outdated it is, and the inequality that exists. Trump does something about that, you got a problem with it. You always talking about making videos on how food is chemicalized and that it negatively affects children and adults. Trump hires RFK Jr. to tackle that. You got a problem with it. You've been complaining about us being overworked, overtaxed for years. Trump said no tax on overtime or tips. You got a problem with that. Trump said, hey, let's put some money back into the Americans' pocket, a $5,000 check, because the last 4 years they went through a lot of bad inflation. You got a problem with that. Everything he does, you have a problem with it. When the illegal migrants was giving all our resources, veterans, homeless, people on the street, mothers and children that needed shelter, Americans couldn't get in shelters because all the money was going to them, you got a problem with that. Some of y'all is just really, really deeply demeaning. And I realized we lost y'all a long time ago when you guys were supporting Biden and Harris, knowing that was pushing in 75 gender stuff on our children and saying men could play in women's sports. I was just appalled and shocked by that. Now you guys, two main reasons why you don't like Trump is because he's a racist with no proof other than talk, spin from the leftist media, and then you say he's a convicted felon. How many people do you know that are convicted felons that were innocent? I'll wait. Let's not act like our criminal justice don't need reform. You guys are a piece of work.
And we've been complaining for years that we felt that our tax dollars weren't being used correctly, or that we complain about corruption. And now Doge is weeding out fraud, corruption, wasteful spending. We are mad, or the left is mad that it's Elon doing it. Instead of, you know what, how about, do some actual journalism and seeing if he's right or wrong. You don't do it. You don't care if he's right or wrong. You care that he's doing it. He's the one who's doing it. This is the thing where I've come to realize that, honestly, it's crazy that a lot of Americans hate America. They're so free. They're so entitled. They're so privileged that they don't realize that they are in the best situation than any other people in this country, or in this world, I mean. And they have the audacity, the entitlement to hate on the country that has provided you the life that you are able to be so entitled to hate on your country. There are other countries that if you even dare to do that, just hate on it, hate on the country, you'll be jailed. There are other countries that you have so much a tougher time surviving. But no, let's hate on America. And yet, not a single one of those people actually move to another country. No. When you ask, oh, okay, fine, if you hate America so much, which other country would you move to? Crickets. Crazy.
As a survivor of sexual violence myself, this is from Courts, March 2018.
Without objection, so ordered.
Data from Texas shows that U.S.-born...
Without objection, so ordered. We've put it in the record.
I have an internet.
You have what?
Mr. Chair, I have several articles. I need to enter them. Let me just go ahead with what the articles are.
What's the next article?
Let me proceed. Data from Texas shows that U.S.-born Americans commit more rape and murder than immigrants.
Listen, this trend of you all trying to get thrown out of committee so you can get on MSNBC is going to end. We're not going to put up with it.
This is my procedural right as a member of this committee.
You can go with Mr. Frost and Mr. Green.
I'm reclaiming my time.
That's what you want. No. Ms. Presley, I have been very accommodating to you. Mr. Superjohn,
and I take particular umbrage as a survivor of sexual violence. I will enter into the record. This is my right. Thank you.
No. It is Mr. Superjohn.
Mr. Chair.
No, you know the process of unanimous consent. You are not recognized.
I have several articles to enter into the record.
This is something that I don't understand with Democrats. I've heard, I don't know this woman that much, but yes, she talks a lot how she's been essayed. And this is a thing where, why, if you have experienced these horrifying crime, that you wouldn't want to deport these illegal immigrants that do these deplorable crimes. This is why this is disingenuous. Yes, we understand. In our own nation, we have bad people. We have bad people in our own nation. No surprise. Every single nation on this earth, they're bad people. They're bad people, they're good people. Surprise. But here's the thing. Why do they care about deporting? Because here's the thing. We already have enough bad people. So why would you allow bad people to just illegally come in? Because honestly, they've already broken the law off the bat. Illegally entered the U.S. You've already entered as a criminal. We have criminals here. We have terrible people here. Why do we need to add more criminals? Why? If this is the thing where it's like, that's why I said this is disingenuous. Fine, you say that there's so many Americans that commit crimes in America. True. But then in the same breath, why do you allow criminals to stay here? Why do you allow these they've been convicted illegal immigrants to stay here then? If it's so important to recognize how many criminals that are American, yet you ignore that there's criminals that are illegal immigrants. And this is a thing where I'm fascinated that Democrats like to point out how bad Americans are. You know, or in this case, how so many Americans commit SA. Yet, where's your bill? How come you're not standing on, tougher on crime? Why aren't you doing that? Why are you promoting police to, have harsher? This is a thing where it is funny that you want to talk about American criminals. Yet, I have not seen a single Democrat having, legislation, bills, any talking points on how to go about criminals. Please show it to me. I've yet to see a Democrat harsh on crime. That's the thing where I think it's funny. Why have I not seen any Democrats? And that's just me. I'm not saying if there is, please show me. I've not seen a single Democrat harsh on crime. Actually, I've seen them being more lenient on crime than Republicans are. So really, that's why it's disingenuous. You talk about American criminals to prove that, hey, illegal immigrants aren't that bad. But then, what are you doing to combat crime here in America? So really, Democrats aren't really the people you want to look towards, combating crime. And this shit is disingenuous. You talk like you care, but honestly, your actions show very little that you actually care about, let's say this one, trying to eradicate this type of crime, SA. I've seen not a single Democrat do a single thing to, rectify it. How about have harsher punishments? Or, harsher punishments for SA crimes. Not a single Democrat has talked about that. So really, in my For You page, I've been seeing a lot of posters of how Canada's liquor stores are taking off American liquor companies off of their shelves. Okay, great. This is a thing where I don't think America or Americans are crying, or even the government is crying that you are not selling liquor. I don't think, you could stop selling liquor, you could stop selling cigarettes. I don't think America would be crying for that. It's like that, honestly, that's better for you. Stop drinking. Stop drinking. It's like, you not buying liquor isn't going to hurt the American economy. So, I don't know, I just thought that was great. Sometimes I just think it's ridiculous that, I want America to be at its strongest again, where we are truly the top economy in the world, and we're strong in that economy. I'm not slighted in the way if other countries don't like us or not. I don't care. I really don't care. What I care about is and I'm being hopeful, if the administration will strengthen the American economy, will strengthen the American people. That's what I care about. If we are successful. Now, a lot of people don't realize he's only been in office for a little over a month. So I'm being hopeful. He's done a lot. He put in process more than any other president I've ever known. Now, I'm not saying he's accomplished things, but again, he's been president for a little over a month. He's put into process a lot of different things. But again, he's not a dictator, he's a president. He's not a king, he's a president. So all his power is, putting things into process. Checks and balances, people. Checks and balances. Whether he, put things into process or not, it's up to the other departments, other, branches of the government to push his agenda along. So that's the thing where we got to realize that he's doing things. Now, whether he accomplishes or not, it's not technically up to him. It's up to the rest of the government. So that's something that, we got to really keep in check and understand that I'm hoping that what he's started, the results will be good for the American people. And again, who cares if Canada stops selling, American liquors? That hurts nobody.
I hate to do this, but when I tell you we had an awful experience trying out a new Black-owned restaurant, where do I start? The service was horrible. We waited over 2 hours and we ended up getting a refund because they didn't even have my food. People that were dining in were waiting over an hour just to get their drinks. I was not a fan how they were treating the older server. There was just so many red flags that I'm so annoyed because social media definitely overhyped it. We literally sat there for 2 hours and then they came out and said that they don't have any more of my food. Bruh. It sucks because we were trying to support, but the experience was so bad. So we've been here for like 2 hours and somebody just came out and told me that they don't have my order. They ran out of the food. So I looked at my boyfriend and I said, so when did we run out of my food? Because we've been sitting here for an hour and a half. And I'm really trying not to crash out, but a crash out is indeed coming.
This is probably controversial. I hate how the U.S. has turned out to be. We are the most diverse country in the world, yet we are honestly the most segregated. We are the most hateful. We might as well be a country with only one race, right? Let's just push people off into their own state, and just only one skin tone is in each state. This is a thing where I have met, and I've dated predominantly black women because I found them to be one of the most loving people around. But this is the thing. It didn't mean that I would support people of my skin tone, people of my race, just because they're my race. No. What I found is I will support you because who you are inside, your integrity, your character, how you treat others, how you view others. This is the thing. Same thing with the Democrats and Republican shit. I'm really tired of us labeling each other and then don't even know each other, automatically not liking each other because of the label we put on each other. I don't like you because you're black. I don't like you because you're white. I don't like you because you're a Democrat. I don't like you because you're a Republican. I don't like you because you're a man. I don't like you because you're... It's like... It's really disgusting. It really is. I think all races, black, Asian, white, we are so racist. Why? Because we want to segregate ourselves. You know, one of the things in high school, I never got along with Asian people because I never liked the clickiness of the Asian people that I was around. I didn't like the clickiness. It felt like they did not want to include anyone. So predominantly in high school, I had more black friends. And that spilled on, like, you know what? The black people I met, they didn't care about your skin tone. Now, people care so much about your skin tone, especially black people. And that breaks my heart. Because I felt like they're some of the most loving people. But now, everyone, no, not just black people, I'm just tired. I'm really tired because it's such a black mark on our society. Where we, like I said, we're the most diverse country in the world, yet what's the results? What do we show? We show that we want to segregate ourselves. We care about black-owned instead of, you know what, right? I mean, like, in a place that actually treats their customers right. Black-owned, I want to support black-owned. Or instead, I'm going to support businesses that treat their customers right, no matter the skin tone. No matter, they don't care about the skin tone. They will treat their customers right with care, with respect. I don't know. I just think it's sad.
It's a full-time job. First thing in the morning, last thing at night.
We were one of the first people to actually make the ultimate sacrifice for the Ukrainian war.
Did you volunteer to fight?
No.
Nope.
Offer to take in a family?
Nope.
Offer money?
Nope.
We actually changed our profile pictures to Ukraine flag.
Yeah. I think I'm starting to understand how Martin Luther King felt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Changing the world one profile picture at a time.
How does that help?
We stand with Ukraine.
That one's pretty obvious.
You're coming across a little bit far right questioning this.
This was the desperate call for help after a man spent days trapped inside a storage unit.
I've been locked in a storage unit for about a week now, and I just now found my phone.
Police say the 51-year-old was locked inside the locker by his girlfriend during an argument, the woman allegedly tricking him into looking for an item towards the back of the packed unit before proclaiming, "This is what you get," and slamming the door shut.
She double locked my lock, and I don't know how she put me in here, but she put me in here.
It took 4 days without food, water, or power for the man to finally find his phone in the darkness, lost in the chaos of what detectives called a hoarder's paradise.
I just need out of here. I just can't breathe. I haven't had this rank or anything.
Soon after the call, the man was freed and treated for dehydration. The girlfriend, 52-year-old Robin Deaton, is now wanted for kidnapping, false imprisonment, and attempted murder. Rhiannon Alley, ABC News, New York.
What do you guys think? That's insane. Absolutely insane. Please, this is a thing where everyone, we need to vet who we go with. We really need to stop ignoring red flags. That's absolutely, if he couldn't find his phone, he would have probably, I don't know, passed. He was old, relatively old, pass out or die, whatever. It's like, seriously, she needs to, that was absolute abuse. She needs to face the full extent of the law. Insane. Absolute insane. I honestly feel that Democrats or liberals are out of touch with reality. I really think they're out of touch with reality. It's like, I'm going to say two things, right? You're going to sterilize yourself because you're afraid that you will lose your reproductive care rights. He gave it, it's like, it's like, and you are a state rep. You're a state rep. I don't know if Michigan has, doesn't do abortion stuff, but it's state by state. Go to another state. It's like, they're so out of touch with reality. And you know what? This is a thing where, like a little while ago, they talk about women, like liberal women saying, "Oh, I'm going to swear off men." Women like this is going to I'm going to sterilize myself. To be honest, you are doing what Republicans, conservatives want. For you not to become a baby mama. For you not to have kids out of wedlock. For you to not have an abortion. So honestly, if you can't have a kid, well then you can't have an abortion. They want that. So really, what do you think how are you fighting against the system? Right? Whoop-de-doo. I mean, like, what are you doing? You're literally doing what they're asking for. It's so, I swear, it's like, it's weird that I could say that I was a Democrat when I was younger. But as time goes on, I'm finding to be a Democrat, you have to have no brain cells. You have to be go about life purely on emotions. That's it. You have to go about life purely on emotions. No logic whatsoever. None. Like zero brain cells. And I'm like, it's sad because I was a Democrat and I didn't believe like that. But now it's like the party has become so out of touch with reality. It really hasn't. It really has. And I'm sad that I'm ashamed to ever call myself a Democrat. I really am. I'm like, I'm ashamed to ever think that, oh, Democrats are for the people. See, this is the thing. I always thought Democrats were for the people and Republicans were for the rich. It's crazy how time have changed. It's crazy. It's like Democrats are for the mentally ill while the Republicans are for the good of the people, right? For the betterment of the people. I was like, I don't know. I literally think Democrats are for the mentally ill now. It's insane. It's sad.